at CAT 2024 Quantitative Aptitude, and we'll be doing part 4 of Arithmetic topic. Okay, and before we begin, there is a form, the counseling form, that is pinned in the comment section. Okay, and it is also available in the description below. So if you guys have any queries related to CAT program or any other MBA program, so you can put in your details, and please make sure that you put in your correct contact number and email address so that we can get in touch with you, and whatever queries you have, we will be able to resolve them. So let's begin with our today's questions of QA. So the first question is, the distance between A and B is 600 meters, and both are moving in the A direction, in the same direction. B follows A, as in A is ahead of B, at the speeds of 10 meters per second and 15 meters per second respectively. In how many minutes do they both meet? So there is a formula that will help you find out in how much time two people meet. So time taken for them to meet is given as the distance between the two people, okay, to, let's call people as objects, divided by, if they are moving in the opposite direction, we say that we will have to divide as in the denominator is going to be sum of the speeds. And if the people or the objects are moving in the same direction, we need to have difference of speeds. And when we say difference of speeds, it's obvious that the larger number minus the smaller number, that's what we have to do. So if you look at this particular problem, the distance between them is given to us as 600 meters, and the speeds are given as 10 and 15. So it's going to be 15 meters per second minus 10 meters per second. This will give us 600 by 5, which is going to give us 120 seconds. And 120 seconds is nothing but 2 minutes, right? Because 60 seconds is 1 minute. So C should be the answer, right? Very straightforward, standard basic question. ठीक है? धीरे धीरे level of difficulty बढ़ाएंगे, not straight away. Next one is the distance between A and B is 600 meters, and both are moving in the same direction where B follows A. So exactly the same thing that we have just done, with the speeds 10 meters per second and 15 meters per second respectively. After traveling, how much distance does B meet A? So we need to find out B had to cover how much of distance. So from the previous question itself, we just found out that the time that take to meet is 120 seconds, right? So this 120 seconds denotes for how long A and B both were walking or traveling. A was also traveling for 120 seconds, B was also traveling for 120 seconds. Since we are asked to find out the distance covered by B, so we can say distance covered by B, distance is speed into time, right? So speed of B is 15 meters per second, and the time we know is 120 seconds, right? B was moving for 120 seconds. So this is 120 into 15. 12 into 15 is 180, followed by one more 0. So 1800 meters should be the answer, which is option C. After traveling for how much distance does B meet A? We're talking about B meeting A, right? And not the vice versa. So it should rather be about the distance covered by B and not the distance covered by A, right? तो यहाँ पर ये एक typo है, इसको ठीक कर लेते हैं. Next question. The speed downstream of a motorboat is 4 km per hour. A round trip of 144 km each side took 48 hours. Find the speed of the river. Okay. So time taken for a motorboat to go downstream is given as distance that it covers divided by speed of boat plus speed of river. And in the case of upstream, it's the distance divided by speed of boat minus speed of river. Now it says it's both way, right? It's a round trip. So on one side, the boat it covers certain distance, and coming back also it covers the same distance. And it is also known that one side, I guess, it's downstream, the other side is going to be upstream, or vice versa. right? So if you put it in this formula, it says round trip of 144 kilometer each side, right? So 144 kilometer downstream if it moves, divided by speed of boat plus speed of river, and then 144 divided by speed of boat, which is 4 minus speed of river, and this total time is given as 48 hours, right? So instead of solving this, we will be using options, okay? So if I put 1 here, so this will result in 5. 144 by 5 is going to be a fraction, and 144 by 4 minus 1, 3 won't be a fraction. Fraction plus not a fraction will not result in not a fraction. So 1 to nahi ho sakta. Let's try second. Okay. See, 3 also is not possible, because if I put 3 here instead of SR, 144 by 7 is going to be a fraction, and 4 minus 3 is going to be 144 hours, which will be a lot. So 3 bhi nahi ho sakta. If I put 4, the denominator of the second fraction will become 0, which is not allowed in mathematics, right? So common sense bolta hai ki B hona chahiye. Check kar le. 144 by 4 plus 2, 6, right? This is going to give us 24. And 144 divided by 4 minus 2, this should result in 72. Does it say 144 kilometer one side, or is it both the sides? Both sides to nahi keh raha. Hold on, let me think. If I put we shouldn't have 24 from 1, because if it gives us 24 from one side, the other is going to be much more than 24. So it should be much less than 24. For that, we need to have a higher value. It shouldn't be that also. And okay, check करते लगता है कि ना there is some problem with the numerical values in the question. Even if I take 72, still it will not make sense, because 72 by 2 is 36, and 72 by 6 is acha. It says 144 kilometer each side, it means 72 meter. तभी sense बनेगा, right? So round trip of 144 kilometer, each side should not be used. So 72 by 6 is going to be 12, and 72 by 4 minus 2 is going to be 36. 12 hours and 36 hours, their sum is going to be 48 hours, right? I hope इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, right? हाँ, shouldn't have you know, I mean each side नहीं लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए, ये गड़बड़ हो गया इधर. That made the question confusing. ठीक है. Next one. A train crosses a man who is standing on the platform in 12 seconds by traveling at 72 kilometers per hour speed. Find the time taken by the train to cross the platform of length 160 meters. Well, time taken by two bodies is, to meet or cross is given as length of first object plus length of second object divided by speed of first object plus minus speed of second object. So plus happens to be when they are moving in the opposite direction, and minus happens to be when they're moving in the same direction. If you look at the first part of the question, it's a train and a man. So train has a length, man doesn't have. Train has a speed, the man is not walking. So, man is standing. So the speed of man turns out to be 0. So in this case, the time taken by the train to cross the man will be length of the train. Length of man is 0 divided by speed of the train, which is 72, and speed of the man is also 0, right? And this is given as 12 seconds. Please understand, the units are different here. So you can convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, or you can leave it as such. Okay, completely your choice. Now, if you look at the second part of the question, it says this train has to cross a platform now, right? So if I talk about the second scenario, the time taken by the train to cross the platform will be length of the train plus length of the platform, isn't it? Because now platform has length, which is given as 160 meters. While train has a speed, but platform doesn't have, right? And this is given, this is something that we need to find out. Now, if you pay attention over here, you will realize that there is one variable LT that we need to get rid of, right? So from the first part, can we write length of the train is equal to 72 into 12, the unit being kilometer per hour into seconds, मेरा उसका टेंशन नहीं है. And length of the train from the second one is 72 into t minus 160. They both are same, right? So we can say 72 into 12 is equal to 72 into t minus 160. Now it looks like we need to convert this into either meter per second or seconds and meters into kilometers per hour, right? So how much is 72 kilometers per hour? What we do is we multiply it by 5 by 18. So 18 into 4 is 72. So this results in 20 meter per second. So this 72 becomes 20, this 72 becomes 20. So we will have 20 into 12, which is going to be 240. Minus 160 becomes plus 160. And that 20 from t will divide. So this will become 400 by 20, which is going to be 20 seconds, right? So जैसा requirement होगा उसके हिसाब से आप change करोगे. If it is not required, sometimes you can leave it as such. So don't convert a unit into another one at the very beginning of the question. Okay, next one. A cat sees a dog which is 300 meters away from it, and it runs in the opposite direction at a speed of 3 km per hour. After 2 minutes, the dog sees the cat and runs towards it with a speed of 5 km per hour. Find the time taken by the dog to catch the cat. Well, by the time the dog sees the cat, suppose, is running in this direction and the dog is running in this direction. The distance between the cat and dog, which was already 300 meters, will now increase because the cat saw the dog, the dog saw the cat after 2 minutes. Cat had already started running at the speed of 3 kilometers per hour. So the extra distance that the cat will cover is, we can convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second again. So it's going to be 3 into 5 upon 18, which is going to give us 5 by 6 meter per second, right? Into 2 minutes is going to be 120 seconds. That means the distance between the cat and the dog was 300 meters initially, and the new distance that the cat was able to make was 100 meters more. So it turns out to be 400 meters. Now this is a question where two trains are moving towards each other, and in how much time will they be able to just touch each other, right? So since these are point objects, cat and dog lengths are not required here. We can straight away say time taken for the dog to meet the cat or catch the cat is going to be the distance between them divided by same direction, so difference of the speeds, which is 5 km per hour minus 3 km per hour. And this is, please remember, in meters. So this will become 400 meters divided by 2 km per hour. Same logic. Let's convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So this is going to give us 400 divided by 2 times 5 by 18. So 2 into 5 will take care of 1, and we will have 40 into 18, right? 40 into 18 seconds, which is going to become, if I divide it by 60, into minutes. So 1 0 goes away, 1 6 go. So 4 into 3 will result in 12 minutes, right? We could have also converted this entire thing into meters per minute at the very beginning. That would have also made sense, right? Okay, the next one. The distance between A's house and V's house is 40 meters. They both decided to meet at a cafe which was on a straight road between their homes. Find the distance between V's house and the cafe if they travel at speeds of 3 km per hour and 5 km per hour respectively. So this is A's house and this is V's house, and they live on a straight road, right? And there is a cafe. So they decide to meet, and they start simultaneously, they reach there. So if this speed of A is 3 and speed of B is 5, so let's say the cafe is over here, right? Okay. Now, when A will start and will reach here, in the meantime, V will also start and reach here. So if you pay attention, the time taken by A to start from his home and reach the cafe is the same time V takes to start from his room and reaches and in order to reach the cafe. So time is constant. So when the time is constant, we say that the distance and speed, they are directly proportional. As in, the one that has a speed of 3 will cover 3 segments or 3 meters or 3 kilometers, any unit in terms of 3, in multiples of 3. And V is simultaneously going to cover 4 meters, 4 steps, 4 segments, 4 kilometers. That means I need to divide this 40 into 8 equal segments, right? So this is 2, 4, 8. Out of these 8 equal segments, A will be covering 3 and V will be covering 5. And this is where they meet because this is where the cafe is. So if I divide 40 kilometers into 8 equal parts, each part is going to stand for 5 kilometers. Right? This is for the explanation part, though we do not need the entire distribution, because they have simply asked us distance between V's house and the cafe. Distance between V's house and the cafe is 5 times of 5, which is 25. In other words, we had to divide this 40 kilometer in the ratio 3:5. 3 representing A, 5 representing V because of the word respectively over here. V का पता करना है तो 40 का 5/8 कितना होता है? Simple यही था ना, 5/8 of 40. This will be V. A will be 3/8 of 40. Right? Okay. Next, the distance between Karan's house and office is 6 kilometers. While starting from home, if he increases the speed by 2 kilometers per hour, he reaches his office 6 minutes early, and on decreasing the speed by 1 kilometer per hour, Karan reaches his office 4 minutes late. Find his usual speed. So suppose the distance that Karan has to cover from his house to office is D. The speed that he usually travels is S, and the time he normally should take is T. D, S and T here represents the standard कि D distance अगर S speed से चलता है तो T time लेता है करके, ठीक है? Now out of these three we know that D is 6. It's given in the question itself. S और T नहीं पता हमें. Now If he increases his speed by 2 km per hour, he reaches his office 6 minutes early. So, can we write 6 by S is equal to T? Normal, standard. Now, if I read the second statement of the question, it says कि यही 6 अगर वो speed 2 से बढ़ा लेता है, he doesn't take T time, he reaches there early, right? Now think about it. In a fraction, when denominator increases, the value of the fraction decreases. यानी पहले T time लेता था, अब T से कम लेगा. So he takes 6 minutes early. He reaches there 6 minutes early. So this is from the first statement. From the second statement, or second part of the statement, on decreasing the speed by 1 km per hour, so 6 था, अब speed जो है कम कर दिया. As in if the denominator decreases, the value of the fraction increases. So वो T plus होना चाहिए. He reaches office 4 minutes late. Late मतलब ज़्यादा. So that is plus itself. So this is T plus 4. So if you look at this, we have two variables, T and S, and we need to solve it. Well, cross multiplication will be not a very good idea. Okay. So what we should do is, we should take these two and subtract. If we do that, we will have 6 by S minus 6 by S plus 2 is equal to 6. Right? Similarly, we will take the next two, not next two, as in the first and the next. It will be 6 by S minus 1 minus 6 by S is equal to 4. T plus 4 minus 4 will result in 4. अब यहाँ पे एक ही variable है, which is S, right? And this is exactly what is given in the options, which is asked. So instead of writing 6, let's write the 6 minutes, right? These are in minutes. Let's convert this into hour, because 6 is in kilometers, S is in kilometer per hour. Look at the options. वो 2 और 1 जो denominator में add and subtracted है respectively, those are also in kilometer per hour. So let's make the equation same, because on the LHS we have hour, RHS में minutes will not. Equation गलत होगा, right? Actually fraction से equate करना था, we will end up equating it with some integral value. So 6 minutes is actually 1/10 of an hour. Similarly, 4 minutes is actually 1/15 of an hour. 60 से divide करना है. अब क्या करेंगे हम यहाँ से S की value put करेंगे. ठीक है? So if I take the first option, 8. So we will have 6 by 8, which is 3 by 4, minus 6 by 10, which is 3 by 5, which will become 15 minus 12, which is 3 by 20, which is not 1 by 10. पहला वाला ही मैच नहीं कर रहा, दूसरा क्या ही चेक करें. Okay, if I take 9, so देखो यहाँ पर 11 आएगा, right? S plus 2 is 9 plus 2 11, so ये तो नहीं हो रहा. Next, if we take 10, 6 by 10 minus 6 by 10 plus 2, which is 12. If I take out 6, it is 1 by 10 minus 1 by 12, which will become 2 times 10 into 12. So 6 and 2 and 12 cancel out हो जाएगा, 10 मिल जाएगा. It matches. C becomes our answer. Because if I try to solve the equation, either of these two, दोनों इसको एक ही करना है ना, because there is only one variable, we will end up having quadratic. And that is not something that we have done yet. So I'm assuming कि आपको algebra नहीं आता, आपको quadratic solve करने नहीं आता है. One reason. Another reason is, do not try to solve equations if you have value of the variable as options already given. Select from the options, right? It will be a smart move. Next question. A beats B by 50 meters in a 500 meter race, and B beats C by 30 meters in a 750 meter race. By what distance does A beat C in a 1 kilometer race? So, देखा जाए तो can we say this is won't be a good approach. ठीक है. Can we say A जब 500 करता है तो B भाई साहब केवल 450 meters करते हैं, because A beats B. B हारता है, A is winning. So A covers the entire 500 meters, B is shy of 50 meters for the race to finish. So if you look at this, we can simplify it, we can leave it as such, completely our choice. I'm going to simplify it. When I'm saying simplify it, as in I'm going to take the ratio or the fraction. So 500 by 450 is 10 by 9, right? Okay. If I look at the second part, it says B when covers 750 meters, C is only able to cover 720 meters. This is the relation between B and C. So again, I will simplify this. So 750 and 720, they both are divisible by 3 and 3 only. So this results in 25 and this will become 24. Now, common sense, nothing to do with ratios, fraction, ratios, algebra, TSD, kuch nahi hai. I have A by B and I have B by C. What calculations should I perform so that I have A by C? मेरे को ये चाहिए, मैं क्या करूँ इन दो के साथ? So थोड़ा सा common sense लगाओगे तो, if I multiply, B will cancel out, A by C आ जाएगा. So that's exactly what we are going to do here. If we multiply, we will end up having A by C is equal to 10 by 9 into 25 by 24, which will become 250 divided by 24 into 9, which is 216. ये बता रहा है कि when A covers 250 meters, C covers only 216. But A doesn't have to cover 250 meters. A has to run a 1 kilometer race, 1000 meters that is. So अपन क्या करेंगे? 4 से multiply कर देंगे, not disturbing the ratio fraction. So this ends in 1000 and 216 by 4 will become 864. So that means when A covers 1000 meters, C is able to cover only 864 meters. That means C is shy of 136 meters. 136 meters come in, 864 from 1000. So you'll get your answer. So this is a question definitely on TSD, but the solution, it uses the application of basic ratios or fractions, right? Okay. So everyone, make sure that you like the session, share it with your friends, and also there is a comment pinned in the chat which is about the CAT counseling form. You can put in your contact number and the email address. We will get in touch with you as soon as possible. You can download our app from Google Play. The link to that is given in the description below. You can go to the dashboard and you can put in a contact number and click on start free trial. This will help you unlock your 3 days access to trial access, okay, free. MHCET specialized course contains more than 55 live classes, more than 50 recorded live classes, more than 250 pre-recorded conceptual async classes, 12 mocks based on the correct pattern, the actual pattern, and more than 3,500 practice questions varying across LODs, level of difficulties that is. So if you want to enroll for MHCET specialized course, make sure that you enroll for it as soon as possible. The link is given in the description. It only costs 4,800. Okay. All India Open Mock MHCET MBA 2024 is live right now. Tomorrow is the last day to write it. So anyone who has not written, please make sure that you register for this and write the mock as soon as possible. This is for your help. MHCET is around the corner. It will help you where you stand pan India. You will be able to understand what is the level of difficulty of the questions. You will be able to compare your score with others and know where you stand, right? So exam se pehle exam ka fill lena. So it's very important that you do that. And people who are looking for CAT 2024, you can get up to 90% scholarship. All you have to do is write the scholarship test, which is going to happen tomorrow at 11 a.m. So you guys make sure that you register for this. The link to this is also given in the description, as well as it is there in the app. And All India Open Mock CAT 2024. Okay, so this year's CAT. It's going to go live from 9th of February to 18th of February, right? This is the fastest or the earliest that we can bring you the CAT mocks. So please make sure that you register for this. It will help you from the very beginning where you stand as compared to your competitors, your peers. You can click on talk to our counselor on BYJU'S Exam Prep app. There also somebody will get in touch with you as soon as possible. Do not forget to check out our social media handles and pages. Thank you everyone. Thank you for attending this session. Okay, I'll see you guys again very soon with another session on arithmetic or numbers. Okay, good, Timothy. Good, Shubhangi. Yeah, Timothy, that I figured out because the options did not match. So obviously there something had to be done. Okay,